Yeah, I think we're good now. I think chat looks good. I think everything looks good. All right, let's get back to it. So yeah, so as I was saying before, so now that I'm playing on my own, I'm gonna be far more analytical about both items. So yeah, on this floor I've already stated that flight is irrelevant, like entirely, and this is basically 2 floors in one because you obviously have the mirror dimension that you're getting the benefit from both. So you effectively have the benefits of flight for 2 extra floors on every run, because you don't even have to be on mother route for this. Like, it's actually fully optimal to... Ooh, tears up. It's fully optimal to always go
Downpour 2.
Yeah, downpour 2.
I think downpour 2 is easier than caves 1. And then you get a choice item room. And then you get the loss for a floor. And then you get an extra boss item. Like... Yeah, downpour like 2 is just worth going to instead of caves 1.
Exactly. So the optimal plays always go to downpour 2. So for these 2 floors, flight is actually irrelevant, like fully.
The only downside to downpour 2 over caves 1 is that you get a smaller floor, which is kind of relevant. But I think, well, actually no, you don't, because you get a smaller floor in terms of like things you can actually see in your main rooms. Because obviously the mirrored rooms aren't really real rooms, but you still are getting double rooms worth of room clear rewards. Right. So it's still not bad.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you and on here, I also get to showcase Spectral. Look at this. You see that? Free. Oh, I didn't even know Flatworm increased knockback. I really like Broken Padlock. I think I'd take that instead. See, look. Well, I know that Turt was saying he was playing like Kaka, but look at this. Free.
Yeah. Well, see, I could have done the same thing because the spikes would have killed the enemy. Like, you don't need Spectral in that room. Yeah, I'll try to point out where I actually don't think Spectral matters at all, because I actually think it's true. I don't think Spectral... okay, not that it doesn't matter at all, but I think this room doesn't matter that you have Spectral, because flight makes that... to be fair, that room's really easy anyway.
Well, obviously.
But
you don't even need flight for that room.
There were a few floors... Okay, well, this is another fight that flight makes easier. Spectral was...
Oh my god!
Flight makes this easier.
So, Book of Shadows for this, because this is an optimal floor, and optimal to fight this boss, Shadows benefits a lot from this, because obviously you're playing as the Lost. And you know, Book of Shadows is the Lost's best item. Well, best active item. Also, this is like one of the harder bosses.
Oh, by the way, everyone in chat, just keep in mind that no matter what experiment you do, it's not... Unless you do a lot of runs, it's never going to be a fair test. Like, completely. It's never going to be a completely fair test. The idea is just to get it as close as possible.
Yeah.
Again, I know that blank card is a big high roll, but we'll keep an eye out for other actives this run. By the way, so you went for planetariums, I believe. Both item rooms this run have been actually complete arse. They've both been shitty actives, like including the blind item. Both items have been shitty actives. It's been Meat Cleaver and the blind was Decap Attack. And this floor's item room was Mum's Pad and the blind was Kidney Bean. Like, actually some of the worst item rooms I've seen in my life. So, you're not missing anything from not going to the item rooms.
I see. I don't even remember what the item room is on this floor. I'm gonna check right now.
Have you been to it this floor?
No, not yet.
Oh, no, you haven't.
Well, I have a golden key, so there's no reason not for me to go for it.
Okay, yeah. So it's Mum's Pad and the blind is Kidney Bean.
Honestly, I completely forgot that I have Holy Mantle. That's awesome. Damn, another active.
Yeah, and then the blind's also inactive. It's very sad.
This one is?
Yeah.
Which one is this?
Kidney Bean. Kidney Bean.
Damn. I mean, I would have taken this
anyway,
anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have restock. I actually wonder.
Yeah, to be honest, I know everyone like, and this is where like I want people to see my perspective. I don't like I high rolled with blank card. I also think mana high rolled with restock. So I don't think this run is unfair at all. Like when I had blank card, I don't think that's unfair at all.
No, I disagree. I think you high rolled actually way higher. I think you should have kept the run going. So, like we've already said previously, blank card chariot's one of the best blank card synergies, and you just got that. Like that's actually one of the best.
I actually
active
don't
items.
think it is. I would have preferred something else.
It is so cracked. To just like have immediately, because you basically, the difference between our runs, obviously I had restock, but that being said, I was always gonna get good items because I'm going shop no matter what. So yeah, I don't know. I was likely going to get a good synergy with shadows anyway, and restock is just one of them. Anyways, I actually think Nightlight is a throw. Would you consider Nightlight a detrimental item? Because I honestly would.
I don't. I would, like, because I don't, I would take it here just to see what's behind it for 17 cents. But you don't like it, so that's valid to not take.
Yeah, I really don't like Nightlight. Okay, can't be there. The right, maybe? No. Might be up.
I think a lot of people miss that one of my biggest arguments against Shadows is specifically that I think you'll get a better active on your run.
Yo,
Like,
Tower. Everyone's
card-
top tier
is-
favorite card. Insane.
Black card is an extra high roll, but I would have been like very happy with a if there was a deck of cards in the shop, I might have bought it. Right? It didn't necessarily have to be blank card. I know blank card is a high roll, but I really think any active, I might not have bought a deck of cards.
Okay, what I will say is blank card by itself is fair. The fact you got blank card and chariot is actually way too lucky for me to even consider. It actually is. Like first floor blank card chariot is so unlikely to happen that I actually just didn't consider it. Like I would never. That is two very specific synergies that you just so happen to get. That being said, you know, technically you could, oh my god, really? You could technically just like get super lucky and get blank card first floor, like it happens. Like getting both on the same floor, first floor, and having enough money for it, insane. Like actually insane. Like you had 20 coins in first floor.
The reason I had the
got
money
both those.
was because of flight.
True.
I was saying, I had exactly 5 extra cents that floor, because when we left the floor, we had the same money, and the only thing I did different was buy a card. So, yeah, that was flight that basically got me the chariot card.
I guess so.
And then I think last floor there was one of those spike rocks with a card behind it. Did you get that card?
No, I actually didn't.
You didn't get the moon card. Yeah, I got a moon card, so I saved a bomb there. Because I had the blank card chariot, so
right.
I framed through.
So yeah, that's why I'm not too upset with you wanting to reset the run anyway. I'm still gonna like see this run because this is my first time trying to build my run around shadows. So I still want to just see how consistent it actually is. And I already think it's going well. Like I would not have gone this hard if I did not have shadows. Like let's say first floor also had a library. Like the moment I got Book of Shadows, I absolutely would have aimed for restock. But in a run without shadows, I would never go for restock because it's not worth it. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like we ranked restock low on shop list for a reason.
Yeah.
I never would have bought restock on its own. I would have bought blank card. Let me tell you, I would have bought blank card if I had the choice. But because of shadows, I bought restock. So it just goes to show that synergies are what make shadows so good. Now, to be fair, chat, we haven't seen it yet because I've been a little unlucky with my arcade spawning. But arcade is the reason why you get so much money. Well, I mean, I guess we've already seen a blood donor machine, right? But arcade is what's going to make shadows so busted in combination with shop. I think I got everything on this floor. Turt, feel free to let me know if I miss min-maxing opportunity, alright?
I mean, you got the Holy Mantle in the Angel Room, you missed your Angel Chance on purpose.
Yeah.
You
guys still going on about Book of Shadows versus Transcendence? I actually said this earlier. I was fully ready to move on. I actually gave Turt 3 options in DMs. I was like, all right, look, if it really upsets you this much, then we can do either A, I'll just move it above and say the items are tied. Transcendence, that is. I'll move Transcendence above Shadows just to basically make Turt happy. And then move on, right? They'll be tied, right? What is it? The mantle's so good. The second option
I would
was...
help you in this room, because you'd be able to dodge by going through the rocks.
True.
Like, even without Spectral, just being able to get out of this chamber would be useful.
You know what, though? I've been throwing... That is true, but that was actually a skill issue. I absolutely should have used Shadows there, because it's a big room.
Yeah, true.
So that point is a little bit irrelevant here, because Shadows can do the same thing. But I mean, you're not wrong. Basically, I'm saying both items can do it. I just didn't do it.
I think Flight would have been relevant here because you would have went through the rocks. You kind of got like choked in. Like, you see what I mean?
Oh,
like,
no. That doesn't matter. I'm playing more aggressive because I have Mantle. Like, I just don't care as much when I have Mantle. Like, I play purposely bad. Like, I shouldn't say purposely bad. I play purposely aggressive when I have Mantle.
I literally think, like, it doesn't even matter with Spectral. Like, yes, with Spectral, it's a lot better here. Actually, no, there are flying enemies in this room. But once you kill the flying enemies, you can go over the rocks with Spectral and you just win the rest of the room. But even just being able to take shortcuts over the rocks, I think can really save hits, like, left and right.
I mean, it does, but I'm not going to get hit on this. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, and you would have been able to go through the rocks at the top, see? Like, you don't need to shoot through the rocks.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you know, there's another thing I was telling Turt. No matter what, like, me putting Flight below the Tears Ups is not a low ball. I actually don't think it is.
No, I already think that, like, just having Flight in this room and being able to dodge over the rocks would have saved you hits.
But it didn't. I still was fine.
Well, you got hit in your Mantle.
Well, yeah, but I would have used Shadows in that room if I did not have Mantle. It's a big room. Any big room, just assume I would have used Shadows.
Well, it's been a few big rooms in a row now. Like,
again, I didn't get... The one time where I didn't was the time that I've admitted that I threw. I said this in DMs already. Big rooms are so free to use Shadows because you get 2 charges out of it, and then you only have to do one more room.
You did a big room into a big room. You wouldn't have had Shadows charged.
Well, 2 in a row is a bit of a... You know, I probably would be fine just with one of the... I mean, hell, I was fine on the second one, to be fair.
Well, only because you had Mantle, right?
This arcade is caca.
Awful.
I'm wondering if I just blow it up. I do want to save my money for shops.
I say this is why, like, you are right that Shadows is very good blood donors, but when you get an arcade like that, which can happen, and you just don't get a blood donor and you're sitting on, like... Actually, you're sitting on 84 coins. If you get a greed fight, that's also bad. Like...
I might actually play all machines.
Probably should, to be honest.
I don't know. There's a smaller IMO. Not using active items is easier than not using Flight. There's no formal calculation with Flight. Is worse because it's a noose. Easier skill issue, essentially. Yeah, I think that's relevant for Shadows. Like, you can... Oh, hey, well, there's the blood donor that I missed from the arcade. See, like here, you could fly over, you don't have to waste a bomb.
Yeah. But then, I wouldn't have been able to play this for free, so...
That's true.
Actually, I would have... But even then, the Blank Card Chariot is only 6 seconds, and yours is 10 seconds, so...
A bag. Yeah, I think I just take it. Something's wrong. Balls of steel, kind of huge. Yeah, I mean, just look how much money I already have. Like, I had a feeling that something like this would happen. Like, I would just have so much money in a Shadows run. And I already have restock as a synergy. Like, I don't know, the way I view Shadows is, like, so different now that I actually think I was underrating it for the list. Like, it actually is just a money spawner. I think I do this. Yeah. I mean, hell, you could actually debate that this run's gonna be a little weaker than a lot of other runs because I don't think the Horseman can spawn on alt path, huh?
Right, yeah.
So technically, alt path kind of hinders Shadows.
I don't think alt path hinders at all because you're getting an extra shop in Mausoleum. Like floor 7 will be a shop, will have a shop on it, which it normally wouldn't. And also, downpour 2, you have flight anyway. So I think the loss of Orbital is fine. But you're kind of right that like.
I mean, yeah, like just getting 1 cube of meat is a massive difference. Like in terms of DPS. Because I mean, hell, you can see, like, I run up to enemies the moment I shadows anyway. Just imagine that with cube of meat, right?
Tears.
Like, with cube of meat, especially against enemies, you actually just one-shot enemies with cube of meat. And it's just good damage against bosses. I'm going to save that here for now. Wait, will this stay open? I forget how this works.
Yes, you've cleared it. You've cleared it. Yes.
Okay, right.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. It stayed open. Oh, you have the health, but yeah.
Woo!
But I will point out, like, blank card is one thing, and all the actives so far have been shit, but I will point out if you get, like, an actually good active. Speaking of, the best active in the game. The RPC this run has been so bad, what the fuck?
It's actually crazy.
Pop with no synergies, double active room, able and magic fingers. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, that
fingers is the best item here.
But yeah, that room, very clear example. That was a hard room. I just did it for free. That being said, I did use it on a small room, but you know, I was able to assess the situation and I felt like it was best to use. Like just the option of it is really good. Okay, now flight would obviously be really good here. But who knows, maybe I could get lucky enough to get a flight card. Ooh, what a nickel. So, question. If you restock into an active item, will the respawn item always be inactive?
No.
Okay.
It'll be random.
That's good.
And it will change cost depending on... Like, it'll probably cost 17, because it's probably going to be a passive, and then cost
in that
17,
case,
right?
I'll do this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually great, because I could buy this, use all my hearts. I'm likely going to get a bunch of health ups anyway, because of blood bags. And I also don't need health as much as other runs, because I have Book of Shadows.
Yeah. Arthad, the blue challenge rooms, the one that's shown on the map blue, and also they will be on the odd numbered floors. So this is mines 1. Yeah, this is mines 1. You'll get the blue challenge rooms. Those are when you have full health. It counts your red hearts, but your soul hearts do count. So let's say you have 6 red heart containers and 3 soul hearts. If you have if you have 6 red heart containers, then you need to have at least 6 hearts, but it counts your soul hearts. So if you have 3 empty heart containers, you still have 6 total hearts because you have 3 filled red hearts and then 3 soul hearts. But as soon as you go down to 2.5 filled hearts, you suddenly have 5.5, which is less than your red health of 6 containers, and then it will close. I hope I explained that well enough. And then if you're on even numbered floors, you get the red challenge room, which are the boss ones that always spawn a boss item and you fight 2 bosses. And those are when you have exactly 1 heart of any kind. So it needs to be exactly 1 red heart or exactly 1 soul heart. I think half a red and half a soul heart works as well. It doesn't need to be one health in total, and it will that's when it will open.
So yeah, already I have a great synergy. I'm only on floor 4. I have a cube of meat now because of the money that I gained from shadows. Again, like I'm feeling my own synergy. I got cube because of shadows, like directly, and shadows is a synergy with orbitals. So it's a synergy that is, you know, being hunted for as a result of the min-maxing of the same item. Like, I actually think you're getting much more battle application than you'd think.
Yeah.
I mean, look how much...
On the map, it will show the icon as red or blue, but also the blue ones, like the regular challenge rooms that just have normal enemies, those always spawn on the odd-numbered floors. So right now, man is on Ash Pit 1. Is on Ash Pit 1, that's why it's a blue one. On Ash Pit 2, it will be a boss one.
Yeah, Flight wouldn't have done anything there. Marbles. I mean, why not, right? Alright, Safety Scissors is good.
Also, I also didn't know that wooden nickel was a 50% exact until I did the character buffs template when I was making that.
No, I always knew. Actually, no, I always thought wood nickel was exactly 50%, but as it turns
You can
out,
kind of feel it, but you don't actually know the odds, and you assume it's 50 because you think it is, but like
It's actually
it actually
higher.
does feel. Yeah, it feels like it's higher, and it is higher. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So wood nickel is insane. Like I actually think that's a super underrated active. Like it doesn't seem like it's that crazy, but you just get so much more money. Trash. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to pick it up, right? Yeah, I mean, this is a very high-powered run for this early in the game. And I've got, like, all my, important to note, all of my item rooms have been ass. And my run is this good. Like, actually, I think every single item room was useless. Am I wrong?
It actually has been. Yeah, the only, like
if there's
it could become good later is pop. But right now, pop is just nothing.
Like, actually, like... I don't know, like, this is just such a...
synergies.
This is just
Before
such
you
a
get synergies
synergy.
with pop, it actually just does nothing. Like, I don't think it makes the run worse, but it doesn't make it better. It's whatever.
Like, honestly, this might be one of the best runs for me to showcase just how good Shadows is, because my run is actually only good because of Shadows right now. Like, literally. Like,
yeah,
my run would not be good without Shadows. It would actually be a terrible run without Shadows. Like, what I have
Actually... Again, I'm not even sure how true that is, because I think... one of my points against Shadows as well on Red Heart characters is I think a lot of the Blood Donors you play, you can already play even without Shadows. I think if you bought... I think it actually might be... Maybe we underrate Restock, to be honest. I think on this run, I think Restock is the real star. And if you get rid of Shadows,
no,
I think you still have enough money.
I wouldn't have had enough. I wouldn't have had enough. No, because after sack room on the first Blood Dono, I wouldn't have been able to get all the hits. It seems like you would have, because you got really lucky and broke the machine super early. I hit that first Blood Dono machine way more than it was even possible for you to hit. Like, at least 12 times I hit that Blood Dono machine before it broke. You hit it like 4 times.
Yeah, because mine was a spawned in.
Yeah, it was in a different room, so it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's actually not comparable at all. That being said, I actually...
Yeah, but the Shadows is only plus 8 coins. Like, it's really not that much.
Well, no, but I wouldn't have been able to break that machine, take IV Bag out of the pool, and then my second one wouldn't have been Blood Bag, and then I would have had 1 heart less to get all the potato peelers done. Like, it all stacks, you know?
True.
And the Blood Bag helped a lot, because I got a speed down pill earlier. So for all we know, the IV Bag would have spawned, I would have still been at really low speed.
And also someone said, which is a good point, you could justify the potato peeler more because you have Shadows and you can still play Blood Donors even when you get rid of
Exactly. No, 100% true. Maybe in fact, yeah. No, there's multiple reasons why I used potato peeler so much. That as well, because I'm not worried about using red health for Blood Donor machines. I actually don't need red health as much as any other character. But on top of that, I knew, hey, potato peeler specifically synergizes with Book of Shadows. So I'm going to do it until I get the Familiar and the Orbital, because why not? You know, like, come on now. That's awesome. Like, I think the fact that all the item rooms have been complete utter dog water. Oh, that's right. That's what I was going to do. Honestly, I'm just not going to worry about safety scissors. I know it's the play to self-damage, but 1, I don't feel like it, and 2...
I don't feel like it.
I also want to showcase that I'm going to have enough bombs with Shadows from buying bombs from shops.
Yeah.
So I don't think I need the extra. Bro.
Oh my god, the item this run. Actually, wait, Wiz with Pop actually could be okay.
I don't feel like it though. Bob's brain. Bob's brain, huge.
Bob's brain isn't terrible, and this one is so bad that Bob's brain actually might be appreciated.
I definitely did not need the Shadows though. That was definitely a throw.
Bob's brain is like this one is so shit that the extra damage from Bob's brain I actually think is the play.
To be fair,
I think that's I think that's a scenario to take Wiz, because with Pop, those extra shots actually are going to be more relevant.
Well, here's the thing, though. This run is not crap, specifically because of Shadows. Like, if I had this exact same setup without Shadows, somehow, the run would be significantly worse. I would just take way more hits.
You know, to be honest, I mean, I do want to see, I do want to still do, like, more of a comparison. But, because I do think this run is, like, I think we both high rolled without items, and then the rest of the run was shit. Like, I think our first floor shop was a massive high roll, and the rest of the run is complete garbage. For both of us.
Well, I think the fact that I think the fact that the run is garbage is why this is still a really good test, because it showcases my main point with Shadows.
What I was gonna say is I do see that with that one high roll with restock, I think like, okay, you know, what I'm saying is I'm already kind of seeing like the potential of Shadows on this run. I just want to know if it's a high roll or not.
Well, the thing is that this is not potential. Like, I'm already breaking the run. Like, yes, I don't have the stats, but I have the utility. I have the items.
What I'm saying is I want to know if this is consistent to expect from Shadows, or if this is only because you got restock. Now, if we do another test and you get a run like this again, then I will I'll probably just say, yeah, Shadows is better than I thought, right?
I was being kind of carrying right now.
But even already, yeah, the fact that Shadows took this run that was complete arse and made it not complete arse, basically single-handedly besides restock. But I mean, the restock is better because of the Shadows. I already think that that's fair points.
No, but the crazy thing is I would not actually even say this is a bad run, like, because it has so much potential, like, and it's already like, I mean, hell, look at my health. Like, that's pretty blatant, right? And almost all of my good items, like, I think Mantle's the only good item that I have that was not specifically because of Shadows.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this is this is improving my estimation of Shadows. The only thing I need to see if this is a consistent outcome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, like, obviously we can still do more tests. I'm always down. Hey, marbles. But I mean, so much health with such low stats. Like, I mean, you were saying the protection doesn't really help you that much. I've used Shadows in a bunch of rooms already, like a ton of rooms. I'm sure you've seen. I don't know. I just think, like, it's already, like, very telling. I actually kind of agreed with you originally that Shadows isn't that crazy for rooms, but I don't know. I think the point about big rooms as well is huge.
To be honest, I'm not, like, I don't really care as much about Shadows being higher over Transcendence. I haven't for a while, to be fair. I care a lot about you putting Transcendence below Tears Ups.
I just still have to see it. I still have yet to see, like, obviously we've barely seen anything from Transcendence yet, but I still have yet to see any proof otherwise. I mean, the thing is, okay, here's the other thing. So far, Shadows should be way higher than Transcendence. Like, it's not even close. Like, the amount of stuff I was able to get from Shadows that you cannot get from Transcendence is so obvious. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Free. Like, actually just free item.
You would have been able to play him anyway. He only took 6 hits.
But now I don't need to use all my health. Yeah, I could use my health for something else.
Using this health at all. You might not end up using your health.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still nice to have the option.
It doesn't matter. If you don't end up using those red hearts, then this was not a Shadow advantage. You would have got this normally.
I didn't even have enough heart consumables on this. I have 1/2 a heart. I wouldn't have healed. I wouldn't have healed it. It's always good to have full red hearts. Hello? What if I run into a blood dono?
I'm saying if you don't, then that Devil Beggar doesn't matter because you already would have had the health for it, and then you might heal it up.
Tears up / damage up versus flight is something I ain't gonna comment on. It's really hard to argue personally. It is definitely hard to argue. Like, the thing is I can confidently say that damage up is better. Tears, I think they're comparable. I just
By the way, good items here, both of them.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna get both for sure.
PhD would have healed a red heart, by the way.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yo, the dull razor blade.
I made a joke that I could have taken dull razor Polaroid, and I actually would have been able to.
Let's see. I can see. So one of my other things. So I recently made a YouTube short about Luckyfoot. I actually think Luckyfoot's gonna be higher than PhD. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy because like I think most people think of Luckyfoot now as just a nerfed PhD, but when you really think about all of its effects, it absolutely is better. Like even despite
No, I've always thought Luckyfoot's better than PhD. It's like, yes, the unidentified pills is slightly annoying sometimes, but it's literally just PhD plus upside. Actually, no. To be fair, no, PhD, this is actually a relevant thing. PhD, you get more money from blood donation machines.
So this is what I was waiting for, by the way. A restock machine.
Restock, yeah.
So I was actually a little unlucky. Like this is a little bit later in the run to finally get one. But even without restock, I can still just play this so free. I mean, look at this birthright. I got because again, like you have to assume. I
also would have been able to buy birthright here. Come on.
No, I don't think so. Because you got to remember.
Yes.
I bought both PhD and the battery. You would not have bought the battery.
Actually, you're right. You've cycled through. I'm not sure how seeding works, but you've cycled through more of your shop pool than I would have. So
it's just so different. Like I've seen way more shop items at this point. You probably wouldn't have gotten the same items.
So the way rerolls work is pedestals always reroll into the same things. However, this pedestal might have rerolled into potato peeler, for example, and since you've already seen that, it won't. So it's hard to say how quick you would have got birthright from this shop. It's hard to say.
I hope that birthright will still work with Isaac here.
I will. I've tested my mod extensively.
Okay, nice.
Yes, okay. It was so... Okay, guys, you don't understand. So, I modded this character, right? But when you mod a character, it's not actually the character, so the birthright effects don't work. And there's a little thing in the players.xml file that says birthright. And you can just put in Isaac's birthright. And I thought, oh, that's going to be so easy. I'm just going to have birthright work. Why did that not cycle?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, maybe it is broke.
Yeah, I think it should be cycling.
That one should have cycled. My bad. I need to fix my mod. I tested so many things. How is there something still wrong? I've tested like everything. Wait, I actually tested everything. Why did that one not work? I'm so confused. What would that be? Why? Why? It was working when you restocked the shop before. I'm actually confused. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Whoa!
What?
Am I live? Oh. I'm alive. Hello? Turt, are you here?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
I remember the screen share again.
Indeed. Alright, I'm back live. Sorry it took so long. Yes, if you're a Twitch watcher of mine, you know that sometimes my PC will just crash. I gotta buy a new PC so bad. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, chat. We're going to get right back into it. Hopefully I didn't lose too much progress.
You'd probably lose a floor's worth. Usually, I mean, the game takes like crash checkpoints every floor, and unless you save and exit, it's going to be the same. It's always going to be a new floor. So, yeah. How far in that floor were you? Do you remember?
I basically full cleared. That's pretty annoying. Whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't do a long run yet though.
God, this run is like this whole stream has been really scuffed.
That's okay. Again, it was kind of meant to be scuffed. Like, I'd rather it be scuffed on this stream as a practice stream rather than on a tier list stream. This was meant to be like a kind of you know, just a little bonus stream.
You know what? That actually, while I'm doing nothing, I'm actually gonna test the birthright because that birthright effect should have worked, and I'm a little bit concerned that it didn't. I really hope. Because I had to do so much work. I had to like cover every, like I had to like literally manually code like the birthright effect. Like it's just an item swapping thing, but there was a really annoying bug where every time it loaded an item, it would take out an item out of the item pool even though it didn't add it to the cycle. And to fix that, I had to like make it so it only counted at the right times, and I had to like cover like every situation in the game where an item headers could spawn, including glowing hourglass and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I tested everything, but I guess I might have missed the shop restocking. So I'm actually going to test if that works with Birthright in general. I'm going to test that right now. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. It would be really unfortunate if it doesn't.
Somebody said, give your PC Transcendence. I'm going to try to speedrun a little bit. Oh, that's so annoying. I got to beat the boss again.
Can you screen share for me, by the way?
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Might not work because the restock machine broke. No, it was because of my PC. It wasn't because of the game. My PC full on crashed.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. No, there is a problem with my mod. For some reason, the first time I restock the shop, it will cycle the item. But when I restock it again, oh, it's based on the item slot. Why does it do that? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to fix my mod again. I'm gonna kill myself. I thought I found every scenario where it didn't work. I thought I was so extensive with my testing. Oh my god, I don't even know how to fix that. That's so annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of incredible how much I'm gaining out of this run.
Luck up.
I'll still do the same thing just for the sake of clarity. Even though for some reason the mod is broken. Oh yeah, that's right. 9 volts here too. So yeah, like, okay. So this is kind of what I wanted to get across. Let's just say restock was ignored here. I didn't buy a single secondary item in this shop. So just ignore restock here. I, in this one single shop, got battery, insane synergy for Book of Shadows. I got, well, Birthright's amazing, no matter what, but that's from a restock machine, from money that I got from Shadows, you know? And I got 9 volt here, so, and obviously I'm going to go for 9 volt, which is another great synergy. Any battery item is great synergy with Book of Shadows. So now, with 9 volt, I can actually use Book of Shadows every single big room.
Yeah, that's really good.
Like, that's insane. Like, every single big room now is effectively free. And I have other battery items that I've gotten from shop. Earlier on in the run, I got the jumper cables. Like, and now with battery, like, that's all combining to just make Shadows that much stronger. And this is first try. I'd like to add.
Yeah. What's the secret behind breaking every run? It feels like you have good luck with this seed. The secret of breaking every run is that
it's just game knowledge.
Yeah, it's just game knowledge, really.
Like, to be fair, honestly, even without starting with Shadows, either of us could have broken the game. It's just like Shadow. Like, this is actually an exceptionally unlucky run. Like, we've already said that. Like, this is actually one of the unluckiest runs I've seen in a long time.
This seed, if you take away the items we allowed ourselves to spawn with, this seed sucks.
Like, it actually does.
So bad.
Like, every single item room so far has been complete, utter dog water. So keep that in mind. Like,
But I say it, I've said it a few times, this game is a lot less RNG than people think.
Yeah.
There are usually ways you can use what resources you've been given to make a good run. So for example, this run, the item rooms suck, but the shops have actually been good.
Yeah.
Well,
the shops have been specifically good because of Shadows. I'm just gonna keep on saying it, bro. Like,
you know what, Mana? I'm very curious. I kind of want you to replay this seed without Shadows and with Transcendence.
I definitely could.
I honestly don't think like, I know the Shadows has been good here. I honestly don't think... And I think what you should do is buy the restock instead of the blank card, because I actually feel like this is a restock.
No, I disagree. That is so incorrect. I think anybody can agree that they buy blank card first floor instead of restock. That is not underrating restock. Restock is only good here because I get so much money from Shadows.
I agree. I'm just curious. If you buy restock on this seed, I want to see how much money you have to actually use it without Shadows. That's basically what I want to compare.
I mean, we can compare it right now. How many items have I actually gotten from restock in this run? Like, what item did I get specifically because of restock that I have right now? Is it actually none? I know I got a few pickups. I bought like an extra soul heart.
Potato peeler is one. Potato peeler is one.
Oh, that's a good point. No, good point. But again, like,
and you also cycle.
But let it be known, potato peeler I would not have used to as much benefit on a run without Shadows. Like, it all stacks.
Yeah.
I think I actually keep balls. Well, is that true? My damage is really bad. I think I keep strength, actually. See, like, look. Big room, completely free Shadows. Well, I guess I don't have 9 ball, but still. Wait, no, I do have 9 ball. I bought it, huh? Wait, did I? No, I did not yet. It's just jumper cables and batteries making it so free. Like, I don't even have car battery yet. I don't even have 4.5 volt. Like, me and Turt were talking in DMs, like, if I got 4.5 volt, like, you basically just win. But, like, my whole point is that you don't even need to specifically get 4.5 volt. Any battery item just stacks so exponentially with Shadows. I mean, y'all are going to be able to see. I'm going to be able to spam Shadows without 4.5 volt. Like, I don't even need it. I didn't even know you started streaming. To be fair, this was like kind of a last-second decision to make this stream. I only updated the community post like late last night, so this is kind of like a bonus stream more than anything. Like a test stream. Because honestly, I was definitely underrating Book of Shadows. I've already minced myself quite a bit. I'll do more tests for sure, but...
I'm definitely underrating. I still think my points make sense though. I still think that I want to see what the active item opportunity cost you can expect is. But to be fair, if Book of Shadows is giving more value than I expect, then the opportunity cost on Shadows is also less because, like, if it's a higher up active, you're gonna like have it more often. Like it I don't know. Yeah, like words are not working. It still is true that you're always going to be losing the value of any other active you could have had. But if the actual active itself is really good, it's less relevant, is what I'm trying to say. At the very least, my mod should work on every pedestal that's not a shop pedestal that you've used a restock machine on, Manna. I've tested everything. I hope. Let's see if there's any other scenarios it doesn't work on. I believe everything it works. Wait, shit, does that mean my... Oh, no. Wait, I think my mod won't work on restock machines in general. Like, if I... But really? I swear I tested restock machines.
I'll be honest, I actually think it's possible. I mean, it's probably not likely we would have lost. But I don't know. Without Shadows, I can't even imagine this run, like... I don't know if I'd actually win this run without Shadows.
See, that's why I want to test this where you have Transcendence and you skip the blank card and you buy restock. And I want to see what happens on this run.
It's just like, the thing is that with hindsight, I could just say that I could be a lot more greedy with Transcendence. With Shadows, it's so much easier to be greedy with my health. Like on Blood Donos, I would not play Blood Donos nearly as much as I did. Like, remember, you're a little biased on that first Blood Dono because you got a really quick Blood Dono spawn. Mine was 12
No,
hits.
I'm not considering that at all. I wanted to get 5 cents on it.
Mm.
I just wanted 5 cents.
Oh shit, I don't have enough money. Speaking of money. Let's do this. I vault huge. Ah. Alright, I threw. Let's come back. Why did I even do that? I have Holy Mantle. Thankfully with all the battery chargers, I'm gonna be able to charge it back up.
This is so weird. I've just tested it right now. Restock machines do work. I'm trying it in an item room and it is cycling correctly. So my mod works on a restock machine in an item room, but it doesn't work on a shop restock machine. That's odd.
Enough stuff to buy my money on.
I guess because on a single pedestal where the restock machine is re-rolling the pedestal, I guess my mod, I've tested it extensively, so I already checked like re-rolls. I made sure it worked with D6, and a restock machine does the same as a D6. So what I missed was that I believe the shop restock, how it works, is it's deleting the item pedestal and then spawning a new item pedestal on the exact same position as the old one. And I think for some reason that's tripping out my mod. But what's weird is it worked on the first. It worked on the no. It has to be the same position, because part of the way my mod sees where like differentiates item pedestals based on position. It's not the only factor. I made sure there's multiple factors because I wanted to cover every basis. But one of the ways it checks it's the same pedestal is position. So that's why it's tripping up only when you restock into the same position in the shop. One of my variables isn't going to reset. I wonder if there's a way to I wonder if there's a mod callback for shop restocking. If there is, then I could easily fix that. But that's awkward. That's awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there were a few moments where flight would have been nice. Like, I've definitely seen a good amount of pickups that flight would have been kind of huge in this run, but... Well, no, I guess that was on the Lost floor, though. Yeah, maybe besides that floor, there really wasn't that many times where flight would have been that good. I mean, it would have been nice, for sure, but I don't think it would have, like, even been close to as good as this run is. Like, it's funny, any other run with this loadout, I would consider like an ass run, but it's just because it's of the synergy with shadows. It's just so OP.
That's true, actually.
It actually kind of blows my mind. Like, somehow I feel like I said at the beginning of the stream that I felt like I was underrating shadows, but I think I was even harder underrating shadows. Like, I'm not trying to drive a point home too hard, but like, I don't know. I didn't think it would be this hard of a carry. Like, I would unironically say this is a carry.
Again, I just want to be careful on... Like, I agree on this run. Book of Shadows is very good, and I think that might be...
No, but it's not just very good. Like, I don't think... I actually don't think there's any other active item in the entire game. Okay, maybe... I mean, obviously D6, as an example, would have probably made the run a lot better. But, like... I don't know. Okay, with these specific items, I mean, I don't think any other active item would be better. I actually don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a statement right now, actually. I think, considering there are enough synergies with Book of Shadows, like 4.5 volt is an instant win. When you get a lot of battery items like this, it's pretty high chance to win. And shops are, and you do make a good point with the shop synergy, where the shadows will get you more money, even if it's not as much money as you think, because I think it is a bit less than you think it's giving you. Even then, it is still more money, undeniably, and you will be able to do a shop synergy with that. And most of the good items with shadows are in the shop pool, as you also mentioned. I think all of that factors enough that, yeah, again, as I said with like Steam Sale on the shop list, when you have like, when you're talking like, oh, Dr. Fito synergizing with Pyromaniac, I'm not going to consider that because that's one item in the game from the item pool that you're not going to find. But when your item synergizes with like every item in the game. At that point, like with Rock Bottom synergizes like everything. At that point, it's just the strength of the item. I think Book of Shadows might synergize with enough things from the shop pool, which is a more common pool. At that point, it's probably just the strength of the item. And the synergies are strong, to the point where I can actually definitely see A-.
You're gonna hate where, at least where I have it for this specific run, obviously I need to do more tests, but for this specific run, which is the first try, I don't think Triple Shot would have made this run better. Not to this degree.
Give Pop. Triple Shot would have been very good.
I don't know, man. I mean, look at this. Obviously, I know you can do that with flight, but still. And look, I got my charge right back. Like, the majority of my items are because of shadows. Like, I actually just, like, item spawn because of shadows. There are plenty of good active items. I do think shadows is one of the best, but I don't know. if I would put it higher than A-. To be fair, I don't think I'd put it higher than A-. I'm kind of edging around above Triple Shot and below Dr. Fetus right now. Obviously, I needed more tests, but that's just where I feel from the one test from having previously lowballed it. 100% I lowballed it, though. Like, I can say that very confidently. I lowballed it. Andrea's calling me.
Guys, I've been testing my mod. I legitimately have no idea what the difference is. I've checked restock machines in item rooms, it works fine. I've checked restock the item, and it works fine. It replaces the pedestals like it should with the birthright. I try restock a machine in the shop, and it doesn't reroll the item pedestals with my modded birthright. I have no clue. Why? What's the difference? The restock item works. Restock machines normally work. What is the difference? I don't get it. Why? I'm gonna have to fix that.
I just realized, were you able to hear me just now?
No.
Okay, thank God. I was worried for a second that, Shoot, wait. Chat, were you able to hear me just now when I was on the call? Because I'm worried that I have the wrong mic set. That'd be so sad. Tell me I was muted, please. Chat. I'm about to be so embarrassed if I was not muted. No? Was I muted or not?
Is that a no you can't hear him, or a no he wasn't muted?
I don't know. This is not helping me, chat. Somebody say
No,
I was muted.
Yeah, was he muted? Say he was muted. You were muted, okay.
No, I'll just... Okay, you're muted. Okay, thank you. I was worried this whole stream I had the wrong mic set. Because I took an exam for college yesterday. And I had to switch my mic settings to like my trashy ass headset mic. So I was worried this whole stream I just had like caca mic on. I think I'd take both of these. Conjoined is really good. With plop. Yeah, I don't know, chat. Do you think it's a bit too much of a crazy statement for me to say that that Shadows goes right below Dr. Fetus? Obviously, I can...
Honestly? Mano?
What?
I honestly wouldn't be that, based on this run at least, again, I still want...
Yeah, I want more tests too. I want more tests too. Just based on this run.
I actually think, fair enough.
There you go. Nice. Thank you, Turt. Thank you
See,
for...
I'm a man of reason, okay?
Man,
I'm a man
of
of reason.
We love to see it. We love a man of reason. I can actually get conjoined right now. It's really good. With,
That being
plop.
said... No, the mod does work with Bible items. So I've tried it with restock right now. I just tried it right now. I gave myself the restock item. It works on the shop even when I restock the pedestals. It's only the restock machine that doesn't. Everything else I've used on my mod, I've tested with moving box, glowing hourglass. Everything works how it should, except this apparently. I'm mad. It's gonna be hard to fix.
Wow, I have a Lio with Curse of... Whatever the frick the weird tier item it is that I have, the purple one. Works really good with conjoined. Like, look, they don't actually separate that much. It's basically triple shot.
Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah.
Shut up. That's awesome, actually. Look at that synergy.
No, I think the occult is very good with any multi-shot effects. It's really good with Loki Taunts as well. 4 times damage.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I appreciate you for at least agreeing that this is pretty crazy how much Shadows is carrying.
Again, I care a lot about consistency. So like that's a big part of my D20 argument is that I agree that D20 on some runs could get you a win, like a broken win. But I care how consistent that is. If you're only occasionally able to get a win, then I don't care. So it really depends how often you're going to get all these Shadow synergies. But I think you do have a point that there are... Most of the synergies are in the shot pool, and if something synergizes with the shot pool, it's higher weighting to me because it is easier. It just factually is easier to spawn a lot of shop items.
It's funny, before this stream, I literally told Turt, and I think he thought I was capping. I was like, honestly, I think I'm going to be like pleasantly surprised by Shadows. Like, I want to emphasize, like, me saying that I was underrating shadows is not cap. The moment I figured out that you could run around shadows, like, I don't know, just like being mindful of the fact that shops are OP with shadows is enough for me to rank it that much higher. Absolutely. Like, it's such a massive difference. It's a really good synergy. Okay, now that being said, at your base, can you also agree that Shadows from so far is just flat out better than Transcendence?
Well, no, I'm already saying that.
Yeah, right. Because you...
I'm already saying that I can see A-, and then you said I could put it, like, higher in A-. Wait, did you say A+ or A-? No, you said below Dr. Fetus.
Yeah.
You said below Dr. Fetus. Yeah, you said higher up in A-.
Right.
And I said I wouldn't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before, my absolute cap would have been the bottom of A- below Transcendence. Now, I wouldn't mind if you put it... I think A+ would be pushing it.
I think so, too. But, I mean, who knows, right? There's a good chance that I, like, through another test, like, what if I get an even crazier setup, right? Like, you know, it could go multiple ways.
Yeah, but again, that being said, I care a lot about the consistency here, and if some runs you are just getting basically nothing, then that will push it lower. But I actually think A- is probably where it lands.
I want to also preface that this run was actually very lucky for this test because it was so unlucky.
Yeah.
Like, I really am showcasing Shadows so well. Like, I didn't get any good items from Item Room. It was all from Shop that was gained from money that I gained from Shadows. Like, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And hell, I've been, like, playing kind of bad this, like, right now, because I could be using Shadows, like, basically every single room at this point because of my battery synergies.
Yeah.
And I'm just not. To be fair, I guess I have Mantle, so it's not really necessary, but still.
Yeah. No, so honestly, at this point, I don't think it's even a... Again, I still want to see more from Shadows, but I don't actually think... Like, I think it's very likely that this is no longer a Shadows versus Flight argument. I just really need to convince you that you're still underrating Flight. Like, without Spectral.
That's
I'm
fair.
100% certain you are. 100% certain.
That's fair.
Definitely damage up for sure.
That's completely fair. I'm glad to at least so far have... to be fair, I don't care that much about downrating. Honestly, it's not about Transcendence for me. It's specifically because I don't think that Spirit of the Night and Transcendence are close at all. Like, I think Transcendence is
you're
a
not
full...
going to take the best trinket in the game that just spawned?
That actually is, like... It's funny, because I skip it way too much, even though I know that's a throw.
Okay, spoilers for the trinket list. This isn't that surprising considering how much I've argued against active items, like, my entire life. This is... this would go extremely high on the trinket list for me.
I mean, hell,
Extremely
this is also another synergy with Shadows.
Yeah. Well, no, this is a synergy with every active item in the game.
Yeah.
Like, my main problem with actives is that, oh no, you find other actives.
Yeah.
You just stop finding other actives. I love this trinket so much. It
actually is. Like, it's funny because I definitely am just throwing by skipping it. Like, 100% it's really good.
Okay, I'm going to put it this way, and then you're not going to be able to say I'm wrong because I'm actually right. This trinket is Sacred Orb. It basically is. It's getting rid of bad item pedestals. Because once you have an active, you don't want actives.
Okay, admittedly, I think that's a bit of a high roll, but...
Oh, okay, it's a joke suggestion. Like, I'm saying it's...
No, I get what you're saying, though. I do get what you're saying. Like, I get the point. I still think it's a bit of a high roll.
It's giving you better item pedestals.
It is amazing, though, yeah. I definitely think that might actually be top 5 trinkets, now that I think about it.
I definitely think it is.
That being said, I still think... Because Cancer still breaks tier cap, right?
Yeah.
I still think Cancer and Curved Horn might still go higher, though.
Okay, guys, to be fair, I am joking when I say it's Sacred Orb. But I am saying, like, it's basically the Sacred Orb of trinkets. It's kind of crazy.
Shop? I already forgot what I have in the
like,
shop.
For a trinket? Insane.
Honestly, I've already shown enough how crazy Shadows is. I'm just going to move on. I don't even feel like going to shop. I don't even feel like min-maxing that much more. I already have the broken synergy.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, is Trinkets like no that made me want to put Trinkets on the items list? Because I know that a lot of the Trinkets are really crap, and they would all go in like E tier, but there's some trinkets that are so good that I would compare them to actual items. Like, if No was an item pedestal, it would actually be worse, to be fair. It would actually be worse. That's crazy. Because No is one that you want to, The good thing with No, right, is let's say you don't have an active yet, and you want to find an active. You can just drop No before you go into your item room, or your shop, or anything. And then when you find an active, then you pick it up. Like, you can just carry it with you, but, like, juggle it when you don't actually want it to activate. And then eventually you'll get something really good. I don't know, kind of crazy.
I'd like to, mention that from here on out, I actually just want to showcase how little I'm going to get hit from here on out. I'm going to actively try not to get hit. I think I'll actually be able to spam Book of Shadows a good bit, like, even in normal rooms at this point. I think that'll be my next big test here, because another one of Turt's biggest points about Shadows is that it's irrelevant in rooms, and I actually don't think that's true. Like, even without...
I didn't say irrelevant in rooms. I said if you're playing it for Blood Dono, like, mostly, if you're going to min-max the Blood Dono part, then it's less relevant in rooms. That being said, I think you have... I think just thinking about it a little bit more logically and just seeing this run as well, it's less true than I said, because... It is true in the part of the run that you're trying to maximize.
Yeah, but after you get that, then you're basically
you get your
good.
money. Why do you need to use it on a Blood Donor anymore after you have your money? It's actually like going through Womb or Corpse or something, or these late floors where you don't have a Blood Donor anyway. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. See, look, my mod works with restock. It works with restock fine. Like, it still gave you the birthright effect correctly. It doesn't work with the restock machine. I have no idea why.
Look, this is a pretty massive flight room right here.
And now you have a habit 9 volt with Book of Shadows. So if you get hit twice, you get to reuse
C-section. I'm just saying.
Hey, wait,
I'm just saying C-section might have only shown up because of the money from...
Oh, I will say one thing. If anyone's replaying this seed with Isaac, the birthright will be different. That is one thing I know about my mod and I don't care about. It's consistent for the character, but if you're playing as Isaac with the actual Isaac birthright or as Tainted Isaac, the item swaps you get will not be the same as this character's item swaps with birthright.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't get C-section in that item room if you're testing, but it doesn't matter. It's a the sake of...
Come on. I don't know, man. Look how many amazing synergies I have in this one run for Shadows.
A lot of good synergies, and the fact that you got Birthright, which you might not have gotten otherwise, I'm not sure. But if you wouldn't have gotten Birthright, then that's massive, because Birthright, Birthright gave you the C-section.
Exactly.
Just
100%. Like,
so,
come on, man. Like, I just always knew Shadows was insane, but it's actually crazy to me because I never realized it was this good. Because, again, I never played optimally with it. Even when playing unoptimally, it's kind of just insane. Because you'll probably just accidentally run into the synergies because, you know, they're all in shop, right? I mean, that's what I did previously. Like, these synergies, bro. I don't have Steam sale. That being said, this is my last shop floor, so... Actually, yeah, I guess I did get Steam sale a little too late.
Yeah, Mana did play the seed beforehand. I can't believe it. What happened is I randomly generated the seed and sent it to him.
Yeah, didn't you generate it on stream?
This one was technically like slightly before the stream. Like I generated this seed and then I re-rolled into the one with the planetarium and then you started the stream.
No, I started stream before you did that. I showed the planetarium on stream.
No. The planetarium was after I got this seed. So I got this seed, then I re-rolled, planetarium showed up, then you started the stream. And then I re-rolled the seed, and then the seed after that was the one I sent you as well.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the second seed.
Like, I still started stream before we got this seed.
No, I wrote down this seed before you
Oh, this is the one from before the planetarium one?
Yes, it was the run directly before the planetarium.
Why'd you even reset then? Why'd you even reset the thing?
I got 2 seeds because we were going to do 2 runs.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, but even though I generated it like 10 seconds before he started stream, Mana actually played the entire scene beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
He has a time machine.
It's a bummer I got see, because like even with the unoptimal synergies of Deep Pockets and Steam Sale this late into the run, you can see how crazy that would have been if I got that earlier, right? Like, I would have gotten so much more money. I could have gone far past the 99 coin cap. Like, the crazy thing is it could have been so much stronger. And look, battery, I could use shadows against both Mom's Heart and Mom here. Granted, it probably doesn't matter at this point, but still. Unironically, Blur might be better here. Nah, I already got shield. Screw it, I'll take the damage. Yo, your Sanguine Bond. I really don't use Sanguine Bond as much as I should. Maybe I should try it right now. Screw it, right?
Not great on a Soul Heart run, but still try it.
I am so confident I'm not going to get hit, and I'm going to go for it.
Actually, your damage is pretty low. It could help here.
I am so confident that I'm not going to get hit enough, so it'll be fine.
That being said, you usually do want, like... Oh, you have Gimpy, actually. That's not terrible. You have 6 luck with Gimpy. Could be... It's okay. I like having Old Bandage with this, the boss item that gives you red hearts when you get hit. This is so unlucky. Actually, no, your damage has raised. Your damage has raised. I thought you got nothing so far. You have gotten some damage ups. More damage ups.
The only reason why I'm okay with going this crazy is because of shadows.
But usually with Sanguine Bond, you want red health, so it's a bit of an unfortunate, like,
If I use...
Yeah, it's not the best Sanguine Bond. I wouldn't have played it here.
If I use strength on these last soul hearts, I do keep the red
you'll
heart,
live
right?
here. I think you keep the red heart. Or maybe you got a heart. I actually don't know. Do you want to do it for science?
Nah, I'm just gonna move on. Screw it.
No, do it for science. This one runs an auto win, right?
It is, but
No,
I don't want to instant
Mana,
die.
for science! For science, Mana!
Nah.
For science! No!
I already got plenty of benefit. I got a ton of damage up from that.
I legitimately don't remember. There's a lot of stuff that when I used to play the game, like, I 100% know that from when I play the game, like, more often, but since I haven't played the game as much as I used to, I just forgot, like, how that works.
I think the Cuba meat soul is there,
don't know.
actually, so Shadows is crazy.
Yeah, to be honest, even with the active item opportunity cost argument, I still think that... Because again, I'm not even really comparing to Flight, I'm mostly just trying to find what tier it goes into. Even with the active item opportunity cost argument, I think it has to be above B+. Because, like... I don't know, I think the value's been enough. But again, I do need to see another run. If another run gets to this level as well...
The wild thing to me is that I still didn't get the most OP synergy. Which is 4.5 volt, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that kind of crazy when you think about it?
It does depend on, although to be fair as well, it's even better on challenge characters, like, even better on the Lost.
Yeah,
So,
no,
like-
that's the thing. Like, this is, on a red health character, Shadows is, like, actually significantly worse, too. Like, you get, well, I shouldn't say it's worse. You get way more benefit from a Soul Heart or a challenge character. Like, way more. I don't know why I did that. I have Holy Mantle. Whatever. I've got, like, no arcades. I think, that's another thing! This run has actually been so unlucky. Isn't this the first arcade that spawned that gave me a Blood Dono?
I think so.
I think I've only had 2 Blood Donos this whole run. And yet I've gotten this OP? Like, bro! I have seen, like, 3 Devil Beggars, too, so that helps.
Yeah, this is why PhD is good. It gives you double
I didn't mean to do that.
birthright with... birthright with...
Hey, I might actually be able to play the Hell game. Let's go!
Yeah, you won't actually be able to. The whole game... you only get 3 hits. It's kind of sad. But oh well.
It's gonna be insane. Well, I'm actually a little bit worried about Bob's brain, so I'm just gonna not get hit. I'm a little scared. I'm a little bit scared.
Listen, if you lose this run, I'm not gonna put it against Shadows because clearly the reason you lost is because you played Sanguine Bond.
Yeah, I played Sanguine Bond for like way too much. I'm just that confident in Shadows, to be honest.
I think you'll still win, yeah. I think against Mother, since you have 20 seconds of invincibility with C-Section, Bob's Brain, Cuban Meat, and Meat Boy, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And even then, if you get hit twice on Mother, you get another 10 seconds. Like, you have your 2 hearts, right? Like, even assuming you don't get any more health, which you will. But assuming you get any more health...
Bro, Hell Game sucks ass. No wonder we ranked at the bottom. I got nothing from 3 hits. I hate that game, bro. Hell Game sucks ass.
Some people make an argument. I still think... I think I have a very good counter argument to this argument. Some people make the argument that payouts aren't actually that bad. And if you have, like, excess money, then it's good. Yeah, how much health do you actually have to spend in one floor? Because you have a Blood Dono in that same shop. You'd rather play the Blood Dono.
Yeah, because the thing with Blood Dono is that it's guaranteed benefit. Yeah. Hell Game is never guaranteed benefit.
Yeah. And, like, Shell Game can get away, like, Shell Game and Slot Machine can get away with not being... Any other machine can get away with not being guaranteed benefit. Because they actually, like, they're not costing you hearts. And the Devil Beggar, like the regular Devil Beggar, is like pays out often enough and pays out well that you can also spend.
Bro, this game sucks. Like, why would you spend a half a heart for coins and then lose? Like, I lost everyone. I hate this bet. Honestly, this is worse than Rotten Beggar, bro.
It's a lot worse than Rotten Beggar.
It's a lot worse than Rotten Beggar. Oh my god, I hate that. God, I hate Hell Game. I didn't even take any damage because of Shadows, and I still hate it.
Legitimately, okay, I was playing like arse earlier this stream, but legitimately, I bombed that Rotten Beggar in the secret room, got a Rotten Heart, and that Rotten Heart saved me from losing my Devil Deal chance on floor 2.
Insane!
Rotten Beggar is
insane!
The argument is you bomb the Rotten Beggar. That's what you're meant to do. You bomb him. I got a Rotten Heart from bombing him, and I would have got Devil chance if we didn't find him on floor 2.
You know,
I actually think the...
You know what I'm realizing? I think C-Section and Plop is an anti-synergy.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't think that they can overlap with each other. And usually with C-Section, all the babies are like going into one enemy. I'm noticing because of Plop, they're bouncing off of each other instead of all stacking onto an enemy.
Damn.
So there's a huge detriment to Plop for you.
Don't even know what the Hell Game item is until you play it a few times. Like, what's the point? That's a very good, yeah, it's a good argument. Like, your Devil item, like, let's say it picks Brimstone, then yeah, sure, it's Brimstone, that's really good. But you could have Brother Bobby, and you could have wasted, like, a ton of hearts.
See, like, I have yet to even find out what my item is. And this would have been theoretically 9 hits. Like, this is 9 hits on Womb.
9 hits for free, and it's still not doing
And I still haven't even seen what item it is. I hate Hell Game, bruh. It deserved bottom tier. Real talk.
Yeah. No, honestly, I got convinced that Bomb Bomb we were too harsh on. The payout rates are actually not as bad as
yeah, the Bomb Bomb is usable. Hell Game is not usable, I actually will say.
Are you telling me that occasionally getting... Like, I'm honestly gonna say this. Are you telling me that occasionally playing the Rotten Beggar on Corpse to get flies to help for the final boss isn't just way better than everything Hell Game is?
Right. But yeah, wait,
which is to kill it.
Now that being said, C-Section is still great, but do you see what I mean? How the babies aren't like...
Yeah, no, I see what you mean, yeah.
Like, they should all be stacking into it.
Manage with Sanguine Bond. It's too late, but that's the combo you want. That's the combo you want with Sanguine Bond. It's crazy.
Yeah, all bandage, yeah.
If you had like an actual, like a red health run and you have bandage and you get Sanguine Bond, it goes crazy. That being said, it is very specific. I do like Sanguine Bond, but realistically, I think it was right to put it lower than I wanted because... It is a bit of a... It's a high roll item. A bit.
For sure. I guess I can't really... Well, no, I can Dead Cat here. Why not, right? I guess Dead Cat will bring me to a red heart.
If you're gonna Dead Cat anyway, you may as well spend all of your soul hearts on the guy.
Yeah,
well, you may as well spend your soul hearts on Sanguine Bond. because you're gonna get rid of them anyway.
Oh yeah, good point.
Insane!
Insane. And look, Dark Prince is starting off exactly one red heart. Let's go.
Yes!
Insane. And that was only possible because of Book of Shadows. Let me stop.
Insane!
Insane!
Because you were able to use the Book of Shadows on
The Book of Shadows is insane.
So you can help me play Sanguine Bond and get a black heart from it.
And look, because of having the synergy that I got with Book of Shadows, it's insane!
You'll get a black heart. You got 2 damage ups. That's actually pretty lucky. You got 2 damage ups from it.
Insane.
Wait, you can Turt on a Sanguine Bond. Oh, the Devil Duel makes more sense.
Nah, yeah, I'd rather take Dark.
Yeah.
But still, insane!
The Sanguine Bond, okay? I'm too excited about this thing.
Damn it, I couldn't go back in for Sanguine Bond.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about
Okay,
being
so
able to
you have to say after that, after the Sanguine Bond. Okay, I'm not even joking. A lot of your damage on this run is Sanguine Bond. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, you're right. But realistically, I would not. I might have gotten 1 damage up if I did not have Shadows. I would not. I would. And unironically, I don't even think I would have used it once if I did not have Shadows.
To be fair, this run had full health before, and to use Sanguine Bond because of damage ups, it lost all of its health. That's not even worth it. But
yeah, it's not worth it at all.
You need to read it. Okay, that's actually an awkward thing with Sanguine Bond. Ooh, this is gonna be awkward in the items list because in the items list we're not factoring in the tools it's in. But the fact that Sanguine Bond is a devil item actually is a big bad point for it because
that's true.
To take it in a devil deal, you're locking in devil deals which lower your health, and then how you like Sanguine Bond's good with red hearts, but you're on a devil run, you're gonna have less red hearts, so it's a bit awkward.
Well,
that's a big problem with Damocles as well, because Damocles can double angel items, but realistically, you can never really double angel items with it because most of the time you're buying it in the devil deal. Like you have to get a credit card or like a coupon or a Mr. Me on Damocles to actually be able to use it on angel rooms. It's unlikely.
I am so pleasantly surprised that I was so right that I was underrating Shadows. Like, I will say, what I was considering, granted, okay, well, specifically about Shadows, how I ranked it based on the actual list, was basically on like blind, like you might just so happen to get the synergy. But like the ability to just play around Shadows has first try just like, I don't know, man. Obviously, you know, it's always good to do multiple tests, but I still didn't even get the best synergy. Like,
other than blank card, what actives have shown up on this run that you would have wanted instead? Like even okay actives, like not as good as Shadows, but even okay actives. What have shown up?
Like in a world, I'm gonna be real. I think, I don't know, because of the consistency of Shadows, I actually think I'd rank Shadows higher than blank card. Like, blank card is not consistent.
You've already done well considering I'm even thinking about this.
Like, but it's so true though. I mean, blank card does have the benefit of having like really good synergies, obviously, but like, realistically, like, again, this one item, like Steam Sale, makes the entire run.
You've actually, like, you should be, like, so, like, happy, because the fact that I'm, like, you just mentioned blank card versus Shadows, and before I would have laughed at that, I'm actually thinking about it.
I don't know.
It's actually not even that crazy.
And I mean, hey, as a bonus, Bookworm as well. Like, I don't know, man. Blank card requires thinking, and I don't like that. I just think there's more opportunities to break your run with Shadows than you can with blank card. Am I wrong to say that?
Even with the blank card Chariot I had, that's less good than the Shadows is.
Right. What is the best blank card? Like, let's just talk about the highest high roll. I guess, like, strength blank card, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. No doubt about that. But, like, that is a high roll. Would I even consider that better than Shadows? Like, the thing is, right? Yes, that's great. That's a big damage up and an HP up for every single boss. But is that better than an entire build of shop items? I don't think so.
I've actually been thinking about it. I've actually been thinking about it recently. I think as a whole, min-max actives are a lot better than damage actives.
I agree.
As a whole.
I've always agreed with that.
Because here's the problem with damage actives. They're patching up your damage, right? Like Book of Belial, for example. It patches up your damage, but it doesn't do that constantly. Like, if you have a run that has low damage, what are you going to do in the 2 out of 3 rooms that you don't have Book of Belial on, right? Are you just going to die because you have no damage? Like, yeah, every 3rd room you're fine. Against the bosses you're fine. But are you just dead in the other rooms? So really the only, I think every combat active in the game gives you less benefit overall, and that's actually probably a reason I like Monster Manual a bit more than I think, because Monster Manual is, in a way, permanent, because...
I would like to mention, I almost did that fight completely damageless. The only way I got damaged was at the very end, because I hit myself with Bob's Brain.
Nice.
Like, come on, man. Damageless! And I didn't even need to go damageless there. Like, I had Dead Cat, I had enough health. Like... Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like, yeah, I think min-max actives are usually better than damage actives.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, and Shadows is both.
Exactly.
Like, you can use it for the min-max portion when you need to min-max, which gives you permanent benefit, which makes your run better in the rooms you're not using Shadows. And then when you get to the end of the run, where you want a damage active, because normally you want a min-max active earlier, and then you want a damage active right at the end. When you get to the end of the run, where you need a damage active, yes, it's not as good as Book of Belial for a damage active, assuming you have no synergies. But then, it's still better than nothing. It's better than having a min-max active at the final boss. You just have, and like, if you have a synergy for it, it's even better than Book of Belial and stuff.
Absolutely.
You've actually convinced me so hard.
Like, okay, and I will say, like, I know you can stack Belial with battery items, but it's not nearly as strong as multiple use of invincibility. Like, the damage formula, we've said many times, it plateaus. Getting multiple damage ups in a room is not nearly as good as multiple use cases of invincibility. It just isn't. Like, you could definitely make the argument that one use of Belial is better than Shadows. In fact, I think I actually agree with that for most late game bosses. It is. It absolutely is.
I tested.
But even just 2 uses of Shadows, I think is better than Belial.
So here's what I think. I think 1 use of Belial is better, but the thing with Belial is, again, it's not a min-max active, and there is the devil chance on it. I calculated it. There's a 75% chance, assuming you have it on Caves 1 or earlier, because Basement 1 you don't have a devil deal, Basement 2 you have a guaranteed devil deal. So assuming you have it on Caves 1 or earlier, there is a 75% chance that the devil increase on Book of Belial does absolutely nothing. So most of the time you're not going to get a devil deal from it at all. And so it's not a min-max active at all, basically. Shadows is. And then late game, it's worse than Book of Belial, but not significantly.
Only when it's by itself, though. With
synergies, synergies is better.
It's just better. No, but it's actually significantly better. Like, with the
right synergies, yes.
Like, so I think with the item setup,
I have to say that's better.
With the item setup that I had, okay, look, you could actually just say Habit alone, and that's better than Belial. Habit alone. But Habit
kind of right.
Habit alone is better. But you can combine that with 9 Volt. Guess what? I get a free charge every single time I use it. You can combine that with Battery. Guess what? I instantly have double use Shadows in every single boss fight. Double use. And guess what? I didn't get it in this run, but Car Battery. You double your shield time. Like, 4.5 Volt makes you invincible. Like, what the fuck? It depends on your build. Some builds Belial isn't worth it, but Shadows always is. Like, man, I'm wondering if I am confident at least to put it above Triple Shot. Like, I'm very confident in saying that. Like, I think the benefit you get from Shadows is far higher than Luckfoot, for example. And I already I just made a YouTube short about it. I value Luckfoot very highly. I don't think it's even close to Shadows, though. You don't get a full loadout of items like you do with Shadows. I think Shadows is probably more of a win condition than Triple Shot. then Dr. Fetus, it's a little bit harder. Because Dr. Fetus can single-handedly save a bad run, no matter what point you are in the run. Because admittedly, it's important to note that Shadows before the point where you get min-maxing is definitely a lot weaker. Right?
Yeah.
That being said, you can say the same thing about Lugfoot, but still, like, I think it's likely enough. Like, it's definitely likely enough that you get it. Because libraries exist, right? Like, it's very likely because of library. Like, I see Shadows a lot more than other actives. For sure. I don't know, man. If libraries didn't exist, though, I think it'd be a lot harder. Because maybe it would just be too rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm definitely willing to give you Shadows in A-. I'm actually not even bothered with you putting it higher up in A-.
Do you... Okay, I just want to... I want to see, where would you actually put it?
Right now?
My current placement, I think, is below Dr. Fetus. But I can even see it higher. It's crazy. Not an A+.
I would put Dollar. I would put Dollar, which is 99 cents. I would put that at the bottom of A-. Now,
Yeah.
Shadows is less money, but it's also got extra application. Like, Dollar would have given you a really good restock run here, right? But you wouldn't have had the invincibility with Shadows, like, later on in the run, right? You would have had, like, the same early run power with getting the restock and everything, but you wouldn't have had the later power with the invincibility and the synergies with Shadows. But you would have been able to buy a different active item. So it's hard to say, but I also just think, for the fact that this is actually a very good item on... oh, by the way, don't do the tier list placement right now. I'd rather do the adjusted placements on the actual...
I know, I'm just looking at it.
With the actual... what was I saying? Oh yeah, the fact it's good on challenge characters like Tainted Lost. I think it actually offset some of the active item argument a little bit, because on those characters it's really good. Yeah, I actually don't mind, and it's still hard. This is an item that, since I don't have the experience with it as much, it's hard for me to visualize. Like, in my head, if I see piercing next to Shadows, I'm taking piercing every time.
I'm actually wondering how... It's funny, because this is the first ever run I've ever built my run around Shadows. Like, with it in mind. I actually wonder if it's, like, super consistent. Because also keep in mind, I got, like, very unlucky with Blood Donos. Like, I could have gotten way more.
Yeah, I want to see 1 or 2 more runs with Shadows. And I want to see if you get similar levels. And if you get a similar level, I'm very willing, like, I'm very confident that it's A-. It's definitely not A+. The items in A+ are crazy. But I can see higher in A-, and that is... Yeah, no, that's very different, because I would have probably put it B- before, to be honest. Or, like, very, very low B+. So...
I mean,
yeah,
Shadows you were trying to put, like, right above Belial, right? Before.
Yeah. No, I would say, like, top of B- or bottom of B+.
I think before it's fair to say that it would have been either where it is right now or above Cupid's. But now with knowledge that you could actually just, like, build everything around it, I don't know. Is Shadows a more consistently one run than Dr. Fetus is my next question. I guess not, because you could always find Shadows too late.
Yeah, I think, actually, I agree. I'm actually just going to agree. And we'll do this on the list. I think it goes between Dr. Fetus and Inner Eye. At least from this. I want to see more. I want to see if it's consistent. But if it is, it goes right there.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it stays at the bottom of A-.
Mm-hmm.
I think, just from the fact of the power I have seen, the fact it is objectively quite good on Tainted Lost and stuff as well.
Right. That's the other crazy
I'm
thing. It wasn't even as, like, it would be so much more useful on Soul Heart or challenge characters. Yeah. I actually, you know what? I will say, on a second test, I want to play as the Lost with it. I think that's a better, like, that's a good test. Like, I want to see the difference, right?
That being said, Manor, I still know for a fact, like, I'm fine with the Shadow play. I still know for a fact you are underrating Flight hard. I want Flight top of B+ above the damage ups, but I am baffled that you consider it even for a second less than a damage up. That is crazy to me.
I think it's lower than a Tears Up.
Like, it actually baffles me. Like, I will admit right now, I was underrating Shadows. You are underrating Flight hard. It is not worse than a damage up mana.
Yeah, so I guess we're just not even comparing Shadows to Transcendence anymore. I actually do think Shadows is considerably stronger. Like, considerably. I actually think it's considerably stronger than Spirit of the Night, too. And that's where I originally put... Like, Spirit of the Night is where I put Transcendence before. That's where it is on screen right now. The thing is, I still have to do the Transcendence run, I guess. You know what? Let's just do it. Are you down to do a quick one right now, or do you want to go?
Not today, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I might actually... I'm wondering if I should do it right now.
I'd rather be there for it.
Back on tier listing, I was lurking a ton now. No. I'm just taking a look at it. We're gonna do actual tier changes once we actually do the stream. Flight is at least top of B plus. My theory about Flight is that it's not nearly as good without an additional modifier, like, well, specifically Spectral. Like, the benefits I value so highly about Flight are based around the characters that start with Flight, which all have Spectral. Even frickin'... That's technically 5 characters, because Forgotten... Well, I guess it's more like 4.5. Forgotten's Soul has Spectral. It's funny how every single Flight character has Spectral. It's almost like Edmund knew that Flight is just so much better with Spectral, and it's kind of annoying to use about it.
I just think... I kind of stopped doing it later that run, but I was pointing out quite a lot of rooms. And you kept saying things like, I have Mantle, like, assume you don't have Mantle. Like, I know you had Mantle. Like, okay. I was pointing out quite a few rooms where Flight without Spectral, literally just being able to go through rocks and go over pits, would have helped you a lot.
Yeah, but,
and
okay.
I think you're just underrating that.
Well, no, I absolutely agree, but it's irrelevant because my playstyle changes so considerably when I have Mantle. I just play so much more aggressively. Like, it's not really a comparison. It would have to be moments before I got Mantle for that to be considered.
Okay, even then, it is objectively easier to dodge in those rooms that have literally just rocks in them. Like, I know you can't shoot through the rocks.
Well, obviously.
But being able to cross through the rocks
of course.
is very good.
No, dodging is easier. It's attacking that is not that much easier. Like, you are not invincible. When I say Azazel is invincible in certain rooms, for example.
What do you mean, yeah?
I mean invincible. You cannot get hit in some rooms. Without Spectral, I don't know if there's actually a time where you're literally invincible. I don't think so. I mean, obviously you can play smart, right? Like, if an enemy's chasing you, then you can fly through the rock and then go through the other side and then loop back around. But it's not the same. Like, you actually just, like, dead brain, go into the rock and just shoot until all the enemies are dead. It's that simple.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's very good. I just don't think... I think just being able to even dodge on the rocks at all is still quite valuable, and I think that's easily more than a damage up. Like, okay, in terms of just combat application, damage up is probably better, but damage up doesn't give you min-maxing. I think the min-maxing pushes the Flight over. That's my argument. I think just for dodging, damage is a little bit better, but damage doesn't have min-maxing attached at all.
I definitely think... I think it's maybe possible that I'm underrating it a little bit. That being said, I don't know. I actually think I might value the extra protection from tiers from the Halo over a basic Flight.
Halo flies.
Halo flies is a lot of extra protection.
Again, you're comparing just to the dodging capability of Flight, and you're ignoring all of the free shit you get.
Well, no, I'm not ignoring it. Listen. If we are ignoring all battle application, no matter what, Flight goes in C+ above the 1-up. No matter what. And that is good. That, I was telling Turt in DMs, he's acting like I'm putting Flight low. That's not low. Comparable to a tiers up is good. Hello? That is above average. It just is. Like,
I think it's comparable to a Tears Up for battle application. Then when you add the min-maxing in, it's easily higher than the damage ups. It's the combination of the two.
I think the combination of the two makes it. I think
the combination of the two.
Right now, and again, I still have to see more because you quit your run. But as of right now, I'm still not convinced that it's better than Tears Ups. I still have yet to be convinced. That's all. But eventually, I will be. At least I hope. I am wondering if I just want to do a quick Transcendence test really quick.
No, I would rather do it while I'm there, and I'm not gonna be staying any longer.
Well, when because I do still want to do the list on Tuesday.
I'm probably not doing the list on Tuesday anyway, to be honest.
Really? You busy?
Yeah.
Alright. What about Thursday?
I'll see.
Time. Okay. There's a more play stream testing it, but yeah. Yeah. This is just a chill stream. Oh shoot, it's funny. I'm I'm in the.
Oh, the Inception.
Yo, check out our goated ass character buffs. Oh my god, this will always be my favorite list. Not just because it's viewed so highly, but I always love the. I love these lists that are very like. It's funny because I used to think the opposite. Like I generally prefer like much more objective lists. Like I actually hate tier lists like that are like my favorite character in Binding of Isaac. Like who cares, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just not my thing. I really I don't care.
No, there's nothing wrong. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with them. But like I just don't care about what you like.
Yeah.
What I care about is learning like what is the best. So even though this is more opinionated, it still feels like there's a lot of logic going into our placements here. You know? Like, I don't know. Like, this is a really interesting list. I would
say the only issue with this list is that like I obviously made the template and I really like how the template came out. And I did all the research for the for what we could even rank. I did all the research. I really like that. The only issue is that without literally a guide telling you what some of the buffs do, you cannot tell.
That's true. Know. That's true. Like looking at this doesn't like a lot of the placements don't even mean anything.
If I was not there, like I still know what they do, but man, I might have forgotten what some of the buffs are. And like if I wasn't there to say what the buffs are, literally only because I researched it.
To be fair, I know what all the high tiers. I definitely know what all the high tiers are for sure. I think it's really just the lower tier ones that aren't obvious. Which one that I don't know? I actually think I know all of these. Well, but to be fair, that's a little not fair because I don't think I know Forgotten's, to be fair. That's a little unfair.
Forgotten's was you can take, I believe, Devil Deals now. They made it so that you lose one bone heart for a Devil Deal.
I see. That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Man, I just really love this list. I'm curious. I'm going to make a chat poll for fun. I'm going to see what y'all think. I want to see... Do y'all want more lists based on how should I put this? Should I just say subjective? Like I want like more interesting. Basically, I want to ask more interesting list topics, just for the. But you know, obviously, it's not going to be as like objective in quotation marks. Like it's definitely going to be a little more opinionated. On more subjective, interesting topics. Only facts or let's hear wait, let's hear that insight. There you go.
I feel like I just got massive deja vu.
What?
Stage delivery is so weird. Anyway, I feel like I'm not like really a subjective person, but I have also still played the game a lot, so I still have like some things.
Damn.
I wish I could check polls without voting.
You can vote. It doesn't matter. Vote
You
whatever
don't. You see the poll result without voting, right?
You can vote. I don't care.
Yeah, it's never mattered. But if a poll ever becomes like 50-50, I think we can just say that the side I voted on loses. Because yeah, it's never happened though.
Let's hear that insight. Yeah, it's a pretty big majority. Do y'all like the I want both? Well, no matter what, we would do both. Like, no matter what, we're going to do the objective list. I just mean, like, do you want both is basically what the question of the poll
Stuff
is.
like bosses, the boss tier list, which we're not sure when we're going to get to that because we're doing all items right now.
But yeah, like
There's
boss difficulty. I also, like, boss design is something I'm really interested in. I DM'd you yesterday about it, Turt, but you didn't really get back to me on it. I would love to do a character design tier list as well, in addition to the best characters.
I'm sorry.
Because that is a list. That's the one character list that I think Lost deserves to be like top tier. Like, I just
character design list. It's very subjective,
right?
But I don't mind it.
Like, it's just interesting topics. Like, the thing with those lists is that they just don't have to be taken so seriously, you know? Like, it's fun discussion. Like, in the I'm looking at it right now.
I mean, the completion marks one was a design list as well, so there's that.
And I mean, I still like that list despite maybe I was going a little too hard on boss rush and not I was arguing that I think that was my realization that I realized, you know what? It's important to take note of both of our opinions, and that's what usually leads to a better placement, right? So I did also learn a lot from that list as well, so that helps. And I still love that list despite the whole boss rush fiasco. Like I loved one of my favorite discussions we've ever had. Granted, this is mostly me just yapping, but I loved like reminiscing on the first time that I played Beast. Because I still think that should matter, right? Like the actual quality of the run itself, at least for that first time playthrough, is far and above all the other runs.
It is very cool the first time. It is so cool.
It really is. 100%.
It just really does suck that every other time is kind of eh.
Yeah, I still think, like, in general, I definitely agree with Mother being the best on the list. I still think Beast should have been second best, though. I don't know, man. I think it carries enough. And I don't think, for replay, it's that bad. Like, I still... I don't know. At the very least, it's unique.
It would be well designed. So... I actually don't know where I would put Tainted Cain and Tainted Lazarus, because I love those characters, like, I love to play them, but they are very polarizing, and I'm not sure if that's bad design, or if the fact they're so unique is good design. I'm not sure.
So, with characters, it's a little tough. I do like the uniqueness. Like, let's say we ever do character design. No matter what, I would fight to the day I die that Lost is like, S tier, because I think he's the perfect level of like a challenge character that is not like impossible, right? Like you could definitely like do unique strategies. He has Eternal D6, he has Spectral, he has Flight, he has free devil deals. Like he has all these aspects that all combine to make him have benefits, but he's still the worst character in the game. Like
the Lost is the character I go to most often when I'm just like bored and I want to play a run that's challenging, but not too challenging.
Exactly. Tainted Lost is too challenging. Right.
He's just right.
Tainted Lost feels like he needs a little more RNG. Lost, you could definitely win a bad run through playing skillfully enough. I think I could say that for sure, especially since he has D6. So yeah, I maybe a co-op character list once co-op is out. Me and Turt have talked previously about doing like a mini series. Based on, like we start a brand new file in online co-op whenever it comes out, and it's like a Nuzlocke. Like if we lose a run, then we just delete the file, and maybe we'll start again if we die too quickly. But like the idea is let's see how far we can get as Isaac pros. Like what if we somehow got the unlimited streak and made it to Dead God? But like with no conditions either. Like, let's see how much we could break a file with co-op. Like, hell, we could even do our Tainted Lost runs with stronger characters, right? Let's see if we could reach Dead God with the ability of co-op, right?
Basically, abuse the shit out of co-op because it's busted, and then see if we can actually just like close out the whole file.
But that'd be hype, right? That'd be such a fun way to do my final Dead God file. Oh my god. That'd be so much fun.
It's impossible to get Dead God without dying because Scissors exists. You need to die 100 times for that achievement.
Oh shoot. Well, balls. We'll get as close as we can.
Also, I'm assuming you count dying to ultra hard as the loss of the file.
Fudge! Fudge! Damn
so leave those last.
Whatever, we'll see how far we can get.
Yeah.
We'll see how far we get. Either way, I think that's a cool idea. Co-op is nuts. Yeah, I actually love co-op. I've played a lot of co-op with friends IRL, and I actually think online co-op, like from what I played in the beta, it actually seems really well made. Playing Isaac co-op with the individual screens and not like sharing the screen for those big rooms is so massive.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, it completely changes it. Like, I actually think like co-op is slightly harder in local. Well, it depends. Like, you can definitely make crazier synergies in co-op, but I think in general co-op is actually harder than single player on local, just because you get hit way more because of the shared screen and like you're splitting up items and the bosses have more health. But in online it might actually be different, just because I think you get hit a good amount less than in local. But anyway, yeah. So there's an idea. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I was actually thinking about. I think with the challenges, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they patched it, but I'm pretty sure with the challenges, you can, when you add a different character, you can pick a character. So then for ultra hard, we get to pick the other character who's not Isaac, and we could maybe pick like Azazel and maybe just be fine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like again, let's just see how far we could get. We get the infinite streak.
Hear me out. The other character, you pick the Lost. Because he doesn't have health anyways, the ultra hard thing doesn't matter.
Oh wait.
And then you get the
No. For challenges in co-op, it always spawns you as the same character.
Oh really?
Yeah, for both players. Good idea though. But yeah, no, all challenges you just spawn as a copy. That does make the challenges a lot. The challenges might actually be the hardest part of the file. Wait, even besides
it
ultra
definitely
hard,
will be.
Because like
100%.
Because like, without using multiple characters,
just play them last. We're not gonna get there. We won't get there.
But that means we can't unlock the crazy items like Epic Fetus.
No, okay, we'll unlock the good items, like the good things from the challenges, and then any challenge that we think is like too hard, we just won't do.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's completely fair. Well, do challenges kill your streak if you die?
No, they don't. Wait, do they? I'm not sure. But they don't count on the stat screen. It doesn't count a death on the stat screen. Actually, no. Here's what it does. It resets your streak to 0, but you won't go negative if you die in a challenge.
In Nuzlocke rules, you would only lose only one character after a loss. Oh yeah. So the funny thing about that is I actually made on Twitch, I actually made a very slight series on that with my friend Julian. Julian's actually the guy that I did the birthright list with. It was really fun. We actually didn't lose it. It's just, we had to play in local, so it's hard to set up. It was a ton of fun, though. Like, trying to maximize... And also, we had an additional rule that we had to play as different characters besides the first run. Because obviously, we both had to play as Isaac in the first run. Yeah, it was really interesting. Like, we had an added rule. We had to switch every single run. We had to be different characters. We could do that. It's just... I also like the idea of just seeing how far into completion progress we could do, just breaking co-op. Because the thing with the Nuzlocke is that, while I love the idea of it, okay, the idea of the Nuzlocke is, can we beat every single main boss? This would be a smaller challenge if you'd rather do that first, actually. It'd obviously be way less, way less difficult. The idea of the Nuzlocke is... As a whole for the file, we have to beat every single main boss at least once, like each post-it note. So you have to do one boss rush, one greed, one greedier, one hush, one delirium, one mother run, and then finally ending with Beast, and then that final Beast run, the first time we beat Beast is when we win the Nuzlocke. That's my idea of it. How do you feel about that?
And you can only play each character once, or die as each character once.
Die as each character once, so you can die, but
that's
then
way too easy.
But then, well, I don't know. In local co-op, it wasn't, but in online, it might be easier.
Well, online we might have lag is a thing we'd have to factor.
That's true. I mean, you gotta remember, we're still splitting out more items. Like, it's not completely free. I mean, you gotta remember, like, getting to Greedier, for example, you have to do a bunch of greed mode runs until you get to 500 coins, right? Let's see. Boss Rush is pretty hard in co-op. Like, it's hard to go that quick in co-op because of the less damage output. It actually has less damage output, by the way. Like, you'd think it'd be more, it's definitely less. Because of the extra boss HP. And you're splitting items. And for the other big ones. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, besides, like, crazy synergies with co-op, co-op is a little bit harder than you might think.
Okay. I thought that because you get a revive every floor, that it would just be free. Like,
okay, to be fair, it is free, but there's an added rule that one person cannot be overpowering the other. Like, it is free if you just overpower one of the players. But at that point, it's just single player, and that's boring. Like, there'd have to be an item rule. I would say the same thing for the break co-op thing. Like, I know that's not technically fully breaking co-op, but I just don't think it would be fun for one of the players, like, to just be super underpowered and giving all the items to one player, you know? So yeah, it's just very different. I'll try to not go well, yeah, for real. It is definitely very, very different. Never tried co-op. I don't really have any friends who has Isaac besides me, but really fun and looking forward to online. I've played a good amount local. I don't really have, like, that many Isaac friends in general. I only really have 2 or 3. Natural character synergies are so fun to play around. Yeah, one of my favorites is actually Keeper with Wooden Nickel and Bethany. If you give Keeper's Wooden Nickel to Bethany off rip, like, it's so crazy. You have 1 room charge Wisp spawner, and each time the Wisp dies, it's like a 50% chance to spawn a coin. That's so insane. And you still get the benefit of Wooden Nickel, like, giving you so much money. So you effectively just get so much more money. So yeah, there are definitely some nutty strategies. Realistically, though, me and Turt are probably good enough to just see how far we can get in a file without the Nuzlocke. I am curious to see how far we can get. Thank you so much for coming off to the stream. Thank you everybody for coming out to the stream. It was fun. It seems like most people are down for these objective lists, which is exciting. I really like those lists more, I think. I mean, I don't know. I think it's more interesting discussion, but obviously it's important to note there's no real correct answer, right? Like, for a lot of lists. But yeah, I do think it's interesting. Anyways, I think we're gonna get about. I'm pretty sure it's pretty late for you, Turt, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We will probably do the next tier list stream on Thursday next week, but we'll see. Again, I'll make a community post based on whenever we decide it'll be. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. It was a blast. And I had a lot of fun. I actually learned a lot about shadows.
I also learned a lot about shadows. I still want to see if it's consistent. But if you get, like, even, like, you don't even have to get, like, the same level, obviously, but even if you get, like, kind of, like, pretty good results in the next, like, 1 or 2 runs, I'm already, like, I'll be convinced of that. That's enough.
For sure. I actually
you don't have to get, like, nothing. You don't have to get, like, shit on the next run for me to, like, kind of reconsider.
Honestly, for consistency, if, like, let's say I did 3 runs, that's the first one. All 3 of them are broken. like just like that one, and it's all because of shadows, I actually think it might be better than Dr. Fetus.
I could see it, yeah.
That being said, it's very hard because it is still an active. Going in A pluses, it might be a high ball. It might. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it might be a high ball. It's still an active. But yeah, like I don't know. With the knowledge that I gained just now, like if it really is that consistent, it's very possible that it might even be a more consistent game win than like D20. Or maybe even D6? D6 might be cap. I don't know. Because D6, you need to find the items. Like, I actually think it's... Like, Shadows is more useful in the late game than D6 is. No
I zoned out for a bit. What were you comparing to? Sorry.
I was just, like, comparing it to other active items. I don't know.
Like, what actives? What actives?
Like, I said, there's a possibility that Shadows is a more guaranteed win than D20. And I actually think it's pretty likely that it is. And I legitimately wonder, because I already think Shadow's a lot better late game than D6 for obvious reasons, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if the ability of getting money, because again, that was a low-powered money run. Like, I definitely could have gotten way more money in another run. Like, way more money. And bought more shop items. And I only got one restock shop. Like, I definitely could have high-rolled more, is my thing. Like, just thinking on it. So, if it really is that consistent, is it actually a better game break item than D6?
No.
I mean, D6 is easier, for sure.
No, it never... Bush Shadows never gets to D6. Like, you're going a bit too far.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
It's good.
No, I'm only saying this if it really is that consistent. Like, if I did 3 runs and all of them were guaranteed Ws, that's when I would consider it.
Again, one part for consistency I want to see is if you do that same run, you buy restock at the start, and you don't have shadows, how much money are you actually getting from shadows specifically? That being said, I still don't think, like, the fact your build was strong because you had, like, habit and shadows, right? So even if you can get the same items, it's not going to be as strong without the actual effect of invincibility.
Well,
so
duh, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But I do wonder, like, what run you would have had without shadows. Like, would you have still been really strong?
I don't think so. I really don't. What actual good item rooms did I have? C-section was because of shadows.
No, my point is, I think you can maybe still get a really busted shop with just buying restock, and you might be able to get enough money anyway. I'm curious.
I really don't think so.
That's what I would want to test. I would want to test that exactly.
I would honestly test that on your own time. Like, send me, whatever. Or, I mean, you could stream it on your own. I don't even think that's worth testing, because I just obviously know it will not be the same. Also, context is very important. I don't think there's any world where you buy restock over blank card. I think that's cap when you have no active. I actually think that's so cap. That's the problem. Like, in that specific shop, taking restock there was never the play unless you have shadows.
Well, it could just be we're underrating restock.
I don't think
honestly.
So. I mean, restock's great, don't get me wrong, but compared to blank card,
I would buy blank card there, but maybe the issue is that we underrate restock, because I think in After Plus it used to be like an A tier item.
Oh,
right?
well, yeah, but the nerf is massive. No, the nerf is 100%.
The nerf isn't as big as we think, and it's still an A tier item, and we're actually all sleeping on it because it got nerfed, and we think it's worse than it is.
That being said, listen, I will say restock on first floor is the absolute best time that you can get it.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Maybe I just threw by not buying restock. Maybe it's better than I thought.
It's possible. That being said, blank card is just really freaking good. So it's not like, I don't know. I think it's a lot more realistic that you buy blank card. Blank card's just really good. Like, I think blank card's going to be close to shadows in terms of where it ranks. Like, blank card is very good. And I think restock at its highest after nerf. Like, you got to remember, I got it at the best possible time that I could. I think restock after nerf, unironically, goes highest, like, top of C+, maybe bottom of B-.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Meanwhile, blank card is, like, where Dr. Fetus is, basically, like, or below triple shot, or like in that range, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very, very, very different. It should be a tier higher. You could use it as a wall to block shots, and you could use Poop plus a bomb cross gaps. True. GTA 6 might be out before the time this is finished. It probably will. Book of Shadows is great because it lets you stay invincible and still shoot the Unicorn and Pac-Man items. Yeah, true. It has the utility with both blood machines. Yeah, like, I think early game, Unicorn and Pac-Man and stuff are stronger against bosses, but just the more items you start stacking with Shadows are just way better. Like, way better. Because it's a very low charge time as opposed to Unicorn. And obviously, when you could shoot, you know, I was actually able to use C-section. Like, I think C-section is absolutely stronger than the power of Unicorn. It's not even close. But yeah. Indeed. Either way, thank you so much for watching the stream. I'm down to do another Book of Shadows and Transcendence test. Do you want to do the same idea? Or would you rather... Honestly, it might actually just be better for us to just do individual runs. And just, like, make our own judgments. Because I think there's too many things... I mean, hell, we had a whole ass drama earlier in the stream. Like, it might just not be worth it to do it that way. Like, theoretically, it was a good test. I thought it was a good idea, but if the entire run is just going to be us arguing about, like, oh, well, I would have done this, or I would have done this, or yada yada, just because of play style differences, then I think it's a little too hard to judge. I think just, like, just take a look at what Transcendence is giving you, and then we'll rank it based off that. Now that we're now that we're not comparing it to Book of Shadows, ranking Transcendence is a lot easier because it's actually just flight.
To be fair, I've personally not been seeing it as a comparison between Shadows that much in general. Like I was seeing it as that because I thought it would be close, but I am now more convinced that it's actually not close.
That's good.
But really, the main benefit I was hoping to get from this was I wanted to see, I just wanted to see how much value you would get from each item. And even without the Transcendence run alongside it, I can still see the value that Shadows gave that run, for sure. Mm-hmm. So you actually don't need the comparison, but I thought it would be close. I thought the value would be close, and therefore I thought you would need to be able to compare directly. But since it's not close, yeah, it is actually a bit easier. Now you can just look at Shadow. You can just look at Transcendence and see that it's easily better than a damage up.
I don't know, man. I mean, again, like, is it really that far-fetched to say you take Halo over Transcendence?
Yes.
All right. Well, whatever.
I would need to already have flight.
Like, obviously. In that run, for example, like, what did I really lose by not having flight? Like, it really wasn't that much. Like, there were some chests. Obviously, we don't know what were in those chests. But, like...
Oh, yeah, actually, wait. I never realized. You never got flight that run.
Yeah. Granted,
you never got flight.
Granted, that's specifically because I didn't go devil path at the beginning. Like, my whole point was that if you go devil route, then flight is very consistent. Like, off rip. Angel is much more rare to get flight because obviously you don't have the options. I think it's way easier to get Leviathan form than it is to get Seraphim form.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the moment we went Angel, that's when I knew I wasn't going to get flight. It's just so different. You just have to get blatantly lucky to get flight in those. But with Devil Deal, you could, like, unironically, like, aim for flight. Like, obviously aiming for guppy items, aiming for Leviathans much easier. Spirit of the Night exists. And, like, Spirit of the Night is more common to actually find than, what's it called? Holy Grail or anything. Because, obviously, you have more options in Devil Deals. So, yeah. It is completely different, for sure. That being said, I can kind of see why you didn't consider flight to be common. Because, obviously, like, Angel Deals are the meta now.
I actually still go Devil a fair... Well, okay. I say that, since I do my No Lies challenge and I have a soul heart cap, it's obviously better to go Angel on every... Like, it actually is, like, 100% meta to go red hearts when you have a soul heart cap you're playing with. But before that challenge, I would actually go devil a fair amount. I basically just, if I have at least 3, my cutoff is 3 hearts. If I'm a 2 red heart character, or I only have 2 red hearts, I won't check my devil deal. I would just skip it. If I have 3 red hearts or more, I check my devil deal. That's usually my thing. So as actual Isaac, like regular Isaac, I check my devil deal. As Kane, I'll check my devil deal if a red heart if a health spawns from one of my 2 boss fights.
Yeah, that's
up
fair.
to basement 2.
I can agree with that.
But then like as Judas, I'll almost never, because I'd have to get 2 red health ups for me to check it.
But yeah,
which is unlikely.
The moment you go devil deal path, like you actually take a devil deal item on the 2nd floor, I think it's like pretty common you'll get flight by the end of the run, assuming you get all
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. But again, that's by the end of the run. You're still going to get, if you take an early flight item, you're still going to get benefit from that flight up until that point.
Sure. I'm just glad that we're not comparing it to Shadows anymore, because I just didn't think it was close. Now...
You're right. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit when I'm wrong. You were right on Shadows, like most likely. Like I still want the extra test just to check the consistency. But before I was like fairly certain that it wasn't as good as you said. Now I'm fairly certain that it is as good as you said, and I'm just wanting a little bit more evidence just to make sure that it's not like a high roll scenario.
The crazy thing is that I'm convinced that I'm convinced that it was better than I said in the list, because again, I didn't think about building my run around it. That is
at this point, I'm fairly confident that it's as good as both of us think, because now I actually think it's same level you think it is.
Which is good. I'm glad that
I think it's as good as we think it is, but I do just want a little bit more just to check if it actually is that consistent. There's a chance we'll have it because of one run.
I'm pretty confident it's at least that good. I'm actually wondering if it's better than that. Like, that's what I want to get from tests.
I think that is about the peak of Shadows. I think that was the peak. I don't think you're getting.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean,
you technically can, but I think it's unrealistic to get higher than that. I think when I'm talking about consistency, I don't think you're going to get that good again. But if you get like even kind of like that good, like even like kind of that good, then I would say that's pretty consistent.
No, you're saying you don't think I'm going to get stronger than that?
I think you can technically get stronger than that, but I think that is relatively pretty big peak of Shadows.
I think that's pretty likely I will. I'm actually wondering. Kind of wonder if I just want to do another Shadows run. Like on my own. Like obviously I know you're gonna leave, but I want to get the test done with. I want to see if it really is that consistent.
I'd still prefer to be there for it.
Yeah, but you could always watch my VOD. It's not that different. I just want to get the test done. Okay, my reasoning for wanting to get the test done is so we can actually do the item placements in the next item stream.
It's fine. We'll get the test done. I'm just what happened? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I would rather be there for it.
I might just play though. Like I just kind of feel like playing. If I have a little bit of time. I don't know. I'm gonna ask chat on this one. Because I know we've been streaming for a while. I'll probably do 3 tests total. 1 more with Turt and maybe 1 right now. Let's see. The Manor is gonna. Turt's gonna be going. Should I do a quick second solo test with Shadows? I just want to see if it's consistent. Yeah. Should I? Because there's a part of me that just doesn't want to linger on Shadows that much. But I also think it could actually just be higher. Or wait for Turt. Solo now or wait for Turt. Waiting for Turt is absolutely viable. Just kind of gonna play again. Not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. If so, I should probably rename the title of the stream. That seems consistent enough. Oh, you know what I just realized though? Oh. I forgot. Alright, I'm going to mute myself for just a second while this poll goes on. I'll be right back, okay? Let's see. I will be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that, chat. The poll was pretty close, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that it won against the solo. I think we've already made enough progress. Into the stream is gonna be so scuffed. It's just gonna be like so much of me being muted. I just wanted to talk to Turt. For any of y'all who were here since the beginning of the stream, you know it was a little scuffed, but talked it out. That's a good thing. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for also being understanding. You know, we're not used to having such a big audience. Anybody here who was here at the very beginning. You know, it's just big audience, right? It can make people, I guess, a little more emotional. That's all. But I appreciate y'all so much for watching. We are, again, I'm gonna let y'all know in community posts whenever we end up doing the Isaac streams. You could probably expect the boss tier list before the next all item stream. I think I can confidently say that. I think. I don't know. I think it's a little more likely that we're gonna take the next week off in terms of all item stream. But that being said, boss video could be coming out, so be excited for that. Yeah. Be excited for that. Thank you so much for watching the little test stream. I learned how to use YouTube streaming a little bit better, and I will see y'all next time, either in the video or in the next stream. Later, manners. Bye.